Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and more. Follow Elliot in the Morning everywhere social at EITM Online.
Hi, Mother. How are we?
We are doing great. Thanks for having us.
Well, thank you very much for coming in on a show night, no less.
Yeah, show morning?
All right, that'll work. That'll work. But no show last night, right?
No show last night, yeah.
So was last night big party night?
Oh, yeah. We just starfished in the hotel bed, and that can be very much a party.
So I'm assuming, based on the reaction, there was really no.
No, we don't party too much on the road these days. And
Really?
No. We've been together for quite some time, so those days are behind us.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, we could still go. I feel like we're at a really good time. We could still go out and do
For
things.
tea, yes.
Wait, so there's nobody. And listen, I don't mean like going out and just going nuts, but I mean, it's a night off. We can get out and have a nice dinner or something.
We eat.
Okay, all right. We're getting somewhere. But it is a good time for the band, though, right? Like, I feel like right now, I mean, obviously the tour is going on, and the tour is doing very, very well. There's the live record that's streaming. There's the fan edition of Inside that's coming. So it's a very, very busy, coming off of a very busy summer as well. I feel like things are good right now.
100%. It's like they're so good. It's good reason like not to party. You know what I mean? It's
Just
the
to
time.
not screw it up.
Yeah, we need to stay focused and meet all of this activity with our best selves.
Right. Hey, so let's go to the inside the fan edition that you guys are going to do, or that's being available for pre-order now.
For sure.
But it's almost like a whole new record.
Well, there's the live stuff, there's the deluxe stuff, and
Right.
then the artwork is going to be comprised of photos of the fans who submit photos. So it's a real tip of the hat to the community.
But isn't there a bunch of new music on it as well? Where normally it would be like, oh, you get like maybe a song or two, but we've thrown a bunch of new stuff on there.
Yeah, it's a collection. I mean, we want to make each release meaningful and not just like regurgitations of past releases. So yeah, it was important for us to make this a new offering.
And then like you said, the artwork for the record, and it's vinyl, but the artwork for the record is when I order it, I submit my photo.
That's right. Your beautiful photo, your headshot. Yeah.
Right. Who's checking those?
What do you mean checking?
Well, because you don't know, I could submit anything from, hi, I'm Wayne Gretzky, and I could submit that photo, or hi, this is my penis. I could submit that as well.
Yeah, we probably need a checker.
Now that you bring it up.
on that.
Because I was looking, I was like, I love the idea where it's like, oh, I'm a big fan. I'll submit my photo, I will.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know Elliot Siegel at all. So you wouldn't know it's me.
That's a good point.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you're submitting, we need a checker.
So, but now, how does it work if there are? Listen, the best problem would be that there are too many faces to put on the album cover.
Yeah, maybe maybe it's a matter of we just change the dimension of the photo.
It is the world's. Oh, I thought you meant the record. I was like, it's the world's largest record.
Yeah, these are some technical questions. We need to phone our management.
So this is the kind of what will be like the fan edition and kind of the updated one. But I was reading about actually the writing of Inside. And so, Ryan, did I read right? Like it was, in terms of writing it, completely different than how you've written in the past.
Yeah, like it was during the pandemic, so it was a very insular, isolated writing process. And quite typically, I prefer to kind of go out into the world, go on some writing trips, interact with the chaos of planet Earth and people, and find the songs that way. But this was very much like an inward journey in isolation in order to find these songs.
What are when you say you go on writing trips, what does that mean?
Like the record prior to Inside, I went to Costa Rica for a few weeks by myself with a guitar, and the mandate was to come back with a bunch of songs born from that trip, and I did so, and that was a big part of the record.
Is there a lot of pressure on that though?
I think, I mean, there's always pressure in this business, but you just need to transmute it into something called an opportunity. We're lucky to make these records.
Right.
And so, yeah, you can't get bogged down by the pressure. You have to see it as an opportunity.
But have you gone to, I'm assuming that's not the only writing trip that you've ever gone on, but do you ever go on them and you get there and you're like, nah, I got nothing.
Yeah, like that one for sure. Like I got
really?
there. Yeah, I just wanted to, I was like freshly broken up too, so I was feeling wistful and just coveting couples on the beach, their experience drinking pina coladas. Like it's like I don't want to write songs. It's hard. I just want my girl back.
So did nothing come out of that trip?
Nothing came out until I sent a really pitiful text to a friend.
Was it the girl?
No, it was a girl, but it was just a friend. And I was like, boo-hoo, I'm so sad and lonely. And she sent a text back that said, you are mountains and chaos and dreams and love and everything about you is okay. And so I picked up a guitar and I started writing a song that basically transcribed what she said in that text because it was so poetic and
I
profound.
was going to say, that's nice. Nobody has ever said that to me.
All Ryan's friends.
That's really nice. Have you ever either of you written that to a guy?
No.
No, that's horrible. Well, I mean, it's nice. It's horrible that you haven't. That's pretty rude.
Yeah, we're
That's
awful
super rude.
people.
Terrible.
But that's nobody's ever said anything that nice to me.
I know, I should have married that girl.
What happened? Can I ask? What happened to why break up before the trip?
Well, I mean, why get together at all?
All right, well, because you're mountains.
Are we trying to decode love here?
Your art and beauty. I don't know. Whatever the other girl said to you.
Yeah.
That's why you get together.
Exactly. And in the face of bad odds, we get together. And then we break up anyway.
Oh, there's Ryan, Mr. Positivity towards the relationship. But anyway, so you get back, and there really wasn't much there other than that this girl sends you something. But did you like the writing process of forcing yourself to do it a different way?
I did, yeah. Like just like that writing trip, you kind of have to just persist until you find the way in. And so in the pandemic, there was certainly like a 2-week awkward phase where nothing was coming. I wasn't used to this new method, but you just have to show up at the quote unquote easel every day and put in your time. And then sure enough, the muse shows up after a while and starts, being generous.
And then, and when that happens, is it just at that point it just goes? Is it just muscle memory for you at that point where once it starts, it starts?
No, it's always different. It's always new. And the floodgates open for 10 minutes or 10 days. It works like that. It's very sporadic. You can't really bank on anything.
And then there's one song on the record that is the first time that Mother has ever had a song, and correct me if I got this right, that you didn't write one lyric of. Exactly.
Well, it's very cool that you asked that because the same woman who sent me that text an album ago, she sent me a voice memo chopping wood, singing this song that she just wrote on the spot. And it wasn't a song, it was basically like a mantra.
Right.
I'm pure love, I'm pure love, I'm pure love. And so I was quite moved by this little voice memo. And so I built music around it, but the lyrics were too simple and limited. So I suggested to Molly, my sister, sitting right here, that she fill out the rest of the lyrics and write a verse. And then she did so. And it was cool because it was like these two women in my life that I cherish and love kind of, unplanned came together and wrote these lyrics. And it was the first Mother song out of probably 100 Mother songs that I didn't pen one word for.
Molly, were you like, sorry, you're asking me to do what?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Were you really?
Well, I'm not a lyricist at all, so.
By the way, best song the band has ever done.
Aww.
By far, best one. I don't know what was different about it, but something special kind of sticks out a little bit.
I agree.
No, but you know what? I'm glad it came out like that because I was going to say, because I know obviously lyrically, Ryan, you do 99.9% of the writing. Is that weird for anybody else in band where you're like, I don't have to worry about that? Like, is it a blessing, or at times you want to go, like, do you ever go like, I want to write something? Like, I don't know how that works.
Or don't say that.
Oh, you know what? That's also great. Hold that right there. That's great too. But no, is it like, do you ever want to go like, I want to write something?
I think that if we wanted to, he would be totally open to it. But I personally feel very blessed. Like, he is so good with words and ideas, and I wouldn't want it any other way. But if I do have an idea, he is open. It's not like a closed door.
Or you've heard he is. I mean, I'm
I've heard.
assuming, right? Exactly.
In theory, he's open. I don't know. I haven't tested the theory.
Now, has anybody gone back and been like, Ryan, you're about 80% there, but this isn't that. This not how I would have said it.
I think Ryan is like the most sort of, he has the highest standards of anyone I've ever met in my life. So I think, like, if he there's
In
no
lyrics?
it just standards in general for music, for all creative projects, everything that he does.
Well, that's a little unfair. You and I just met.
That's actually
I
true.
could have a much higher standard
That's
than
true.
Ryan, and you would have no idea.
You're absolutely right. I don't know yet, but by the end of this interview, maybe I'll have a better idea.
We'll see. We'll see.
So I think usually when Ryan kind of deems it something good, it's usually beyond my expectations.
Right. I mean, the track record has been pretty good so
track
far.
record is
So we're
good.
doing okay so far.
Yeah.
So now walk me through this, Ryan. Like you said, you and Molly are brother and sister from, what's the area right outside of Vancouver?
Vancouver Island.
Right. Okay. So that's nice. And then you two grow up there. Was it a musical family?
Not so much. Definitely free-thinking artistic parents. Owned a bookstore, was a carpenter on a very small island off of the Vancouver Island of about 2,500 people. And
That's it?
And when they moved, it was all dirt roads and no electricity. So it's like the hippie generation.
No kidding.
Yeah, so even though it wasn't, quote-unquote, a musical family, it was a bohemian mentality, which very much espoused creativity and musicianship.
How did your parents end up there?
I think they just decided to, like, throw caution to the wind and move into the sticks. Yeah, I think
Wow, that's nuts.
that's how people end up.
Could you do it? Like, did that gene get passed down? Could you do
Oh,
that?
no, I'm like, because I grew up on an island, I love the city.
Right. I know, I get that. No, that makes total sense, right?
I'm like,
It's
oh,
the
there's
grass is
stuff.
other green. And then the family wasn't musical, but definitely, I don't even know if artsy is the right word, but just kind of be free, go do what makes you happy, don't be in a
Yes.
grind and
Yeah.
don't do all that. Did we both start doing music at the same time?
Ryan is the main musician. He loved it from birth. I
Right.
was more of the artist, so music came later for me.
And what pulled you? Did he pull you into
He
music?
did.
Did he really?
He pulled me out of art school and made me sing in his band with him. Made me. I shouldn't say that. That's horrible. That's how it happened. I had no idea that this would be something I would do. It would actually be the opposite of something I would do. So yeah, it was very...
Opposite in what way? Like, obviously you were doing something artsy if you're in art school.
Yeah. I'm just so shy, and I've never sung.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, stop. No, why are you shaking your head like, oh, yeah, she is?
No, I am. I mean, this is...
I feel like I can't get her to shut up now. So I ask her one question about it. Now, here we
Bring out
go.
the brazen nature of me. I don't know. Yeah, I am shy, or was more shy. Yeah.
So you were in the middle of art school.
Yeah.
And he literally came to you and was like, we're going to do this.
Yeah, we were living together, and he was starting to write songs, and he was like...
How old are you at that point?
I was about 23, and you were about 20-ish.
Yeah.
And he came to me and was like, I need to have somebody else sing with me. I don't feel comfortable singing on my own, so let's go do an open mic. And it just kind of sprouted from there. Very organically.
Ryan, you were not shy.
I wasn't shy so much. I mean, I was when I was a kid, but besides the point, I was shy about singing at 20 years old because up until that point, I had never sung, nor did I ever think I would be a singer in a band.
What did you think you were going to do?
I was going to be like a virtuoso guitar player, and I was going to jazz school for that aim.
Right.
But then one day the clouds kind of parted, and I just wrote a song and I sang it. and it felt better than anything. And so it was like the road of destiny forked, and it's like, okay, I must write songs and sing them and start a band. But
Did you know that you had a good enough voice to sing?
No, I was so insecure about my voice
Really?
that I wanted the band to be built around having lots of harmonies to bury me.
Right.
And so at that point, I didn't know any singers except I was living with Molly, my sister, who had a cool speaking voice, as you've probably already assessed.
Right.
And had a hunch that would translate to a cool harmony singing voice. And so two non-singers, we walk off into the wilderness and do a open mic. And it was like within 3 weeks, we were on the CBC in Vancouver. And then after a year, we had a record
Are
deal.
you serious?
Yeah.
3 weeks after doing an
It
open
was a
mic?
magical time, yeah.
Oh my God. What was so if you're going to do an open mic, you just probably hoping your mic is way down low and just let Molly take over.
Yeah, I wanted to do a closed mic.
But and where's the open mic?
Just
Vancouver.
Vancouver, like a
But
bar.
not on that itty bitty little island that you're
No,
on.
no.
Okay.
We were living in Vancouver at this time.
Oh, go girl. Yeah, no, look at you hitting the city.
Oh, yeah.
Were you nervous?
Oh, yeah. I think I sang through like the curtain of my hair for the first 5 years that we were a band, to be honest with
really?
you. Yeah, like totally stationary, put my hair right over my face and sort of like squeaked into the microphone.
Boy, I really like Mother. That one girl just does not move.
I did not move an inch.
But now, can I ask you this? As because I'm sure you've met and know 10 million bands.
Mm-hmm.
Does it annoy you as a fan when you go see a band and they don't move?
You know what? I think it can be a beautiful thing. If somebody is just doing what they need to do in that moment and the music is coming out, I don't mind them not moving.
Right.
Obviously, there is something to a show that a lot of action and interaction is great and energizing, but if it's just about the music, I don't mind if you just stand there. I really don't.
All right. Well, I feel like we've gotten over that. Like, I feel like we're not singing through our hair and just standing there anymore.
I am definitely very
Oh,
acrobatic
you should see Molly
It's
now.
going in the complete opposite direction.
And so how does you go from the open mic to 3 weeks later, Mother's on the air?
It was like a guy at the open mic had a show and wanted us to open. And at that point, we only had 2 songs. So we had to write enough songs to open for the guy the next week. So we wrote like 7 songs in a week.
Quick writing trip.
Yeah, but there was just a bug in the air. Like we were possessed and the songs were flowing and we were so driven. And I think we were attracting opportunities. And then, some guy from the radio station was at that show and then he emailed us. And we have so many crazy stories about what seemed like cosmic opportunities unveiling themselves around that time.
So then how does the rest of Mother get put together? I mean, I understand this one. You drag your sister out of school and you're like, I'm going to quit jazz school and here we go.
Well, as we were starting to get interest from labels, it behooved us to become like a full-fledged electric band with drums and bass. And so we begun the process of seeking other people out.
And was it like want ads? Or just friends of friends?
Well, because there was the music school affiliation that I had.
Right.
I knew lots of musicians. And so at the beginning days were people plucked from the program.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So it felt like early on that it just shot up and here came Mother and away we went.
It did. It was happening by itself. We just kind of had to be there. That's how it felt.
Does it still feel like it's going quick, or does it feel like things have, I don't want to say leveled out because that sounds like a negative and I don't mean it that way.
No.
But does it still feel like it jumps and plateaus and jumps and plateaus being a good thing where you can enjoy and take time and not feel like the weight of the world is like, oh my God, what's the next word out of my mouth going to be?
Absolutely. Well, for the first year, it was a rocket ship. And then for 15 years, it was a grind. And then we finally caught our big break in 2020 via going viral on TikTok.
Right. And so Hayloft.
Yeah. And so since then, it's been this crazy spike that has totally blown the world open.
Where, like, when you saw Hayloft was going nuts, Hayloft was never, if I read the guy who produced the record, was the first one to go, don't put Hayloft on the record. This thing is ridiculous. It shouldn't even be on the record. I don't know what you're thinking. And then it almost reads like he got browbeaten going, F it, I'll put it on the record. If you guys think it's that good, I'll put it on the record. But it was almost never even supposed to be.
Well, I mean, the guy who produced the record loved it. It was more like radio people.
Are the stupidest people. No, they really are.
No offense.
Not Tommy, please. I'll be the first one to join you. No, they are. They're stupid. You're absolutely right.
You're not stupid.
I'm not a radio person. I'm not a radio person.
Okay, sorry. I think at that time, in 2008, alternative music, it wasn't ready for a song like Hayloft. And fair enough. You know, things happen when they're supposed to. It wasn't until now.
Right.
And now that we have the wisdom of retrospect, we understand that and embrace that. But at that time, we were very like thorny and ornery, like, no, Hayloft's the hit. What's everybody's problem?
Right. So it wasn't even just fighting to keep it on the record. It was like, this thing will be a hit in 15 years.
We could
just
right.
wait. I swear to God, if somebody will invent TikTok, this thing will work.
Exactly.
Yeah, we need a pandemic and an amphetamine social media app to come together in a perfect storm to make this work.
All right, let me do this. Mother is with us, like I said, tonight at Echo Stage in D.C., Wednesday night at the Tabernacle in Atlanta. Give me a quick break. More with Mother next.
Connect with Elliot in the Morning on Facebook at EITM Online.
All right, what are we going to play? What are we playing first?
Well, as a matter of fact, we're going to play Hayloft.
All right, whenever you... Well, I don't know. I don't know. All right, whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you.
And they are not sleeping. Young lovers in the hay. With his gun turned on, Pop went a creeping out to the bottom to the hay. My daddy's got a gun. My daddy's got a gun. My daddy's got a gun. You better run. My daddy's got a gun. My daddy's got a gun. My daddy's got a gun. Ga 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 ga. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Mother is with us. Hayloft 2.
Yeah.
Was it just time for the sequel? It'd been 15 years.
Well, we really wanted to capitalize on that viral hit.
But wasn't it, hadn't it become kind of a fan thing? That's all right, it's the computer. We'll break something of yours later. But hadn't it become kind of a fan thing where it was like, all right, give us another piece of it?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to do the deluxe edition of our album Inside, and
Right.
we wanted those collection of songs to be a bit of a throwback to the early days. And what was being said is, let's make another Hayloft.
Right.
And at that point, it's like, well, why don't we just try actually making another Hayloft and,
Right.
and extending the story, because it lent itself so well to a sequel, because it's such a fantastical tale.
Right.
It's a movie story, like when you dissect the lyrics. But we didn't want it to appear like we were capitalizing, because we weren't. It was born from a creative idea.
Right.
So we tested the concept online by just, saying, hey, guys, what do you think about a sequel? Here's a new riff. What do you think? And then the response blew up. It was just 99% overwhelmingly positive. So at that point, it's like, oh, we got to now.
Now you're stuck.
Yeah.
Now you have to do
Now
it.
we're held accountable. So it was a lofty songwriting experiment, but I feel like we nailed it,
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I
Yeah.
love it. What is Vancouver in, I don't want to say an easy city. Is there a great I've not been to that part of Canada, or like even just kind of that northwest part of the country. Is Vancouver a great music city?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's had its eras. There's always music. I would say right now, like post-pandemic, like the music scene isn't exactly bursting.
Right.
But like back in the 90s and the 80s, like Vancouver was really, really hot. Like you had Bryan Adams and lots of hair bands came out of Vancouver. It had a great indie
Wait, which
scene.
other big hair bands came out of Vancouver? Like Glass Tiger's not out of Vancouver, are they?
No.
No.
Rush a hair band? No, I don't know.
Geddy Lee
Do
has
they
hair.
have hair?
I can't even recall. Loverboy? Loverboy. Okay.
Okay,
Bands like that.
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
Thank
definitely
you.
have hair.
Yeah.
So back then it was, but now not so much, or just why? How does it go through that cycle? I mean, Vancouver's a
know.
major city.
Yeah. And I think I don't know how the cycles work. And I think for us, we've been so plugged into our international pursuits for so long that it's
Right.
kind of hard to feel intimate with the city you're in when you never play there and you're always touring for years and years and years.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I don't feel like we're necessarily the best spokespeople for where the music scene is at right now, because here we are in DC.
Yeah, right.
And we won't be home for another 2 months.
What is the summer was spent with Imagine Dragons overseas? Friends, or how did that tour come together?
It was a pitch, like a bunch of bands pitch. I think we had some crossover with our agency.
Right.
But that's definitely not a shoo-in by any stretch. It's still quite like a neck-to-neck kind of thing with other bands. So it was a long process.
Is that normal, by the way, where a band has to pitch?
For sure. Oh, yeah.
Is it really?
Every big tour that goes up, there's a huge pitch. Like 10s and 20s of bands will be pitched for the big tour that goes up, and quite often the band who's headlining just wipes them all off the table and say, we want to bring our friends.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's where I thought. So when you say the pitch, is it your agency pitches, or do you sit down and go, I guess it's Imagine Dragons at Gmail, and then you just start pitching yourself?
It's a very formal pitch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, taken on by management. Yeah.
Hello, we're Mother from Vancouver.
But we were very lucky to get the gig because we didn't know them personally.
Right.
So, usually a band takes their friends. So we were very fortunate that they decided to choose us instead.
Is there any, I mean, obviously once they go like, okay, let's see what this band is about, then they spend some time and they do I'm hoping
Yes.
they do their research and they're like, this makes sense and this would be a lot of fun. Cool. But now you also run the risk, at least if they bring out their friends, they know them. Nice people?
Very nice people. Yeah, very nice people.
Well, I mean, what are you going to say? No, big dick. Hated him.
To be honest with you, we didn't spend a ton of time with them. I think when a band operates at that level,
Sure.
they're just so in their own little microcosm. There's so much action going on around them at all times.
Right.
They kind of travel differently. These are stadiums. They're playing to 60,000 people every night. Their set is close to 2 hours. Like if we put ourselves in that position, we wouldn't be having social hour every night with the opening band. We would be just like head down, focused on the task. And so that was kind of the climate.
Right. That had to be a lot of fun for Shy Girl.
All we loved it.
The less socializing, the better.
But the beauty of all that is, so once the U.S. run figures or wraps up, it's right back to Europe where everything is sold out. So being able to go on the road for the summer and go like, okay, well, I'm going to take advantage of this, and then end up back over there where everything is a headlining tour is sold out. Mission accomplished, job done.
Yeah, it worked out beautifully. And the best thing we got from that Dragons tour was graduating from a club band to a band that knows how to hold their own in front of 60,000 people. Yeah. So we feel like we really graduated.
Internally or externally? Like you're seen that way or you're comfortable that way?
I think a mixture of both. Yeah. Definitely there's a real fake it till you make it mentality in this business. Like 90% of the time there's some level of extreme discomfort on stage for every performer.
Is there really?
100%. There's so many variables going wrong and working against you at all time, be it technical.
I was going to say, give me an example where it's not like your earpieces don't work. There's probably a more professional name for that.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, that's a big part of it. Sometimes you just can't hear anything.
Right.
And so you can't actually emotionally get into the music. And you don't know if you're singing in tune. You don't know if you're in time with the drums. It's just vacuous, and yet you have to present like you're lost in the cosmos,
right?
While putting on a total rock show.
See, I went the other way. I went the way where it would be like if I'm Molly, I'm looking over and I'm like, oh my God, that's my brother acting like an idiot. Like that's what I thought you were talking about, where it's like kind of like it's uncomfortable at times, but you just have to, like you said, just fake it and not fake it, but like just keep going.
Well, you get in your head, like insecurity is rife on stage. It's like, my leg's doing a stupid thing. Oh man, I just waved my arm like an idiot.
Everybody hates me. They want me to get off the stage. Why am I out there? I'm sorry.
That's a solid one. Everybody hates me
Is it really?
Yeah.
But you realize the venue is sold out. Like not everybody hates
It
you.
doesn't matter. We're
Our
so
brains
human,
are
right?
very
So weird, yeah.
strange.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Are you the one where it's like everybody hates us, we shouldn't even go on tonight?
No. There's just obviously moments where you get, like what Ryan was saying, like, oh, I moved my arm weird. I did something stupid. Like there's days when you're completely lost in the beauty of playing and none of that stuff occurs to you at all. You're just like, wow, this is magical. You're just in it.
Right.
And then there's other days where it's like your little monkey brain is just like, you did that wrong. This thing happened. And like you're just in this other, unfortunate world. Of,
Right. So then let me ask you
self-critique.
this. If you, let's say you waved your arm wrong, would Ryan or Molly even say anything to you? They might not even know, but if they noticed it, would they even say anything to you or no?
I mean, we have a lot of laughs backstage about stuff that happens.
Right, but they wouldn't just continually point it out, would
No.
they? Take
Well,
a
no.
note, Diane.
We
Take a
have,
note.
we have a counter, and it's $50 per wrong arm wave.
Ryan's like, I'm going to find
It's
you
like
tonight.
James Brown.
All right, so let me switch for 1 second. Obviously, Mother is out and doing very, very well. Ryan, what is Goldmouth?
Goldmouth is my solo project.
Right.
And
Should we ask them to leave while we discuss it?
yeah, they actually don't know about it yet.
Right.
What is this?
What?
Seriously, though, kind of a dick move, isn't it?
You know what? It is so amazing. I'm in full support. I couldn't be prouder of them.
Okay, but you're shy and you don't want to be around
Please
people.
do something without me in the band.
I think it would be a dick move if I was shirking my duties with Mother,
Right.
Which I'm not. So I
No.
think as long as you clock in and clock out when you're supposed to, you can do whatever you want
All
outside.
right, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. So, but where was the solo project born out of?
I think it's born out of a desire to express a more melancholic, somber, slow, arty side of my creativity.
Right.
That doesn't necessarily fall into the Mother vibe. Mother's more urgent and like fierce and like big band and tons
Sure.
of harmonies and quirky. And so, but you know, I'm a sad guy at heart. So
Are you really?
well, I love the melancholy. I love the poignant nature of the human experience, and it's through that channel I get a lot of gratification artistically.
I was going to say, so that's like the real artsy side of you, where
Yeah,
it's like the
like-
real.
I wanted to have a project where it wasn't about any like fiscal goals. It wasn't about singles. It wasn't about anything commercial. It was just totally self-indulgent. It's like a melting pot of like photography, poetry, videography, and arty, sad songs. And I don't care if it does well or not. It's for me, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess. No. The part about like I don't care if it does well, is that true?
Yeah, kind of. But the thing, the
Is
catch
it just it has to come out?
the catch is I trust it will do well because I don't care that it does well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I think what
I can
makes the
understand
project
that.
viable is that I don't care if it does well.
Right.
You know?
So any success is fine, even if it's 2 people listening to it.
Right, exactly. Yeah, but I think because that is the climate of the project, more than 2 people will like it because every project has an aura around it. And, you know, I think Mother really successfully balances our artiness and commerciality.
Right.
And that's our aura. You can see it, you can hear it, you can feel it. And that's why it works. But some projects, its aura is strictly commerciality or strictly artistry. And if you do either of those extremes well, it works.
Right.
And so, you know, this project is more strictly artistry.
In your head, is there a real dividing line between what is Mother and what is Goldmouth?
Yeah, roughly in my head.
Right.
Yeah, but sometimes, like right now, Mother is having its moment. So if I write the best song of my life that suits Goldmouth, I might consider trying to work that into Mother because Mother needs all the help it can get right now because it's having its moment.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I get that. That makes total sense. All right, so we're out on the road. The show at Echo Stage tonight in D.C., Wednesday night at the Tabernacle in Atlanta. Inside, the fan edition is now available for pre-order. Live from Santiago. Seriously, you couldn't do it from Dallas.
I know, it's so pretentious.
It couldn't be live from Dallas.
We just made it up to sound pretentious.
Santiago de Compostela. Radio people are stupid.
You got it.
know.
You got
Did
it.
I even come close?
That was close.
Right. Do you even know where that is?
I was there.
It's not in Chile.
But every song, every live song also has the live video that kind of comes along with
Correct,
it.
yeah.
Which I thought was great. I thought that was awesome. Because you really get a feel. People are so into it in such a positive and fun way. It's fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, really, really good. All right, give me one more song and then I'll get you guys out of here.
Okay, cool. We're going to kind of do a medley of Hayloft 2 and an old song called Dirty Town. Oh my gosh. Sorry, folks. Live radio.
That's a Goldmouth song that he's playing over there.
So melancholic.
Once we get to something that sounds a little more natural, then we'll know what it is.
Whatever happened to the young lovers? One got shot and the other got lost in drugs and punks. Blood on the street, blood on the knees, blood to history, yeah. Whatever happened to the hay? Blood to the ground, and what about love? He took his ass back to the crack shack with his long johns on, singing that old song. My baby's got a gun, my baby's got a gun, my baby's got a gun, I better run. My baby's got a gun, it goes boom, boom, crack, ga, boom, boom. A knife for an eye, a leg for a leg. A shot in the heart doesn't make it hombre. She really didn't wanna make it messy. She really, really didn't, but the girl gone crazy. My baby's got a gun, my baby's got a gun, my baby's got a gun, I better run. My baby's got a gun, it goes boom, boom, crack, ga, boom, boom.
She crucified,
She crucified,
she crucified.
she crucified.
Hey, Pop, you die, you die. I don't like living in a dirty town, don't like living in a dirty town. I don't like living in a dirty town, cause a dirty town gets me down. Saved up and I bought some land, cause I can't stand living in a dirty town. Yeah, I pinch my panties and I put them down, and I wash my hands of a dirty town. Plant my seeds in the ground, yeah, I put them down in my newfound land, cause you can't plant seeds in a dirty town. No, you can't plant seeds in a dirty town. I chop in firewood, chop in firewood, chop, chop, chop. Just like a country boy should be chopping wood. Our country, my kindling sticks are the perfect litter with kindling sticks. Get gone from a dirty town, get gone from a dirty town. Everybody now,
Get gone from a dirty town,
get gone from a dirty town. All I need is a chicken wire and a chicken feed, and all I see is a Newfoundland fertility. Yeah, my lady friend, oh, she don't need to pretend she country. She cracks the cracker down with that cracking with cracker tea. We having fun, just making little chillin', chillin'. Get gone from a dirty town,
get gone from a dirty town, get gone from a dirty town, get gone from a dirty town, get gone from a dirty town, get gone from a dirty town, get gone from a dirty town, get gone from a dirty town, get gone from a dirty town, get gone from a dirty town, from a dirty town.
my government, oh, he ain't that observant. Hey, country, we get along singing good. Oh, country's our country. My bank account is a shoebox in the ground and empty. Get gone from a dirty town, 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 get gone from a town,
Mother, tonight we'll be at Echo Stage in D.C., Wednesday at the Tabernacle in Atlanta. Inside Fan Edition, you can pre-order now, live from Dallas. That is streaming everywhere now. Hey, thank you guys so much for coming in.